Here I am with an experienced traveler, Ciaran O'Connor. Hello, Ciaran. How are you?
Hi, Jody.
Um, Tell me something about you.
My name is Ciaran O'Connor. I live in Gala, but I'm originally from Dublin, Ireland. I came here in 2007, and I'm an English teacher.
Nice. And one of the things I would like to ask you is, do you think Ireland is a good destination for young backpackers who want to travel on a budget? Like the young people who want to travel, like don't want to spend too much money, like they want to do like some kind of low cost trip.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Ireland is an island. It's quite a small island, so I think it's possible to travel around on a budget. You could take options that might take a little bit longer, but would be cheaper for you. And well, if you investigate and you search for special offers, I think it is possible to travel around Ireland. Plenty of options.
And which is the cheapest type of accommodation in Ireland?
The cheapest I think would be cheapest accommodation would possibly be a youth hostel or a bed and breakfast. In Ireland they're called B&Bs, so bed and breakfast. These would be quite low cost. If you compare them to hotels that might be 3, 4 or 5 stars, bed and breakfast range between 1 star to 3 stars. So you could find a bed and breakfast that's within your price range.
But there are plenty of youth hostels, no, in Ireland.
I think there is, yeah. There are options, especially because there are young people, young adults, and also youth groups that travel around and want to get out into nature. So there are options, clean locations that you could stay.
Are there many low-cost flights to Ireland?
It is possible. By using the internet now, we can search many pages and find cheap offers. The airlines that I'm most familiar with are Aer Lingus, which is a national airline, and then Ryanair, which became famous as a low-cost airline. So I think if I can give you some advice, it would be to search with time.
Search with time.
Yeah, don't wait.
How much time do you think?
Maybe, well, more time you have, I think more options, but maybe between 3 or 4 months
before the trip, no?
Yeah, before your anticipated date. Possibly a good idea.
Good. And which is the best way to travel around the country, to get around the Ireland?
Within a budget or?
Well, yes, within a budget, if possible.
I think if you're within a budget, or maybe if you're traveling with a group, I think it might be affordable to, well, if you have a driving license, to rent a car.
Well, but in the case, yes, that would be for a group of teenagers. So which would be the best way for them to travel?
For them, a lot of kids in groups, they travel by bus.
By bus?
They travel by train.
By train.
So that could be an option again if you buy your tickets in advance. You can pick up some good options, and there is quite a good bus and train service in Ireland that you could travel to a lot of the important destinations or locations within Ireland.
Nice. And which are the most which do you think is the best season to travel to Ireland?
I think possibly the best will be summer.
Summer.
Yeah, because well, the weather in Ireland is very varied, and we do have sometimes quite extreme seasons. But generally in the summertime, the weather is better. Although I would recommend packing an umbrella because it does tend to rain during the summer. And just remember, the summer in Ireland is not the same as the summer here. So don't expect...
So it's not dry and hot like in Spain.
Don't expect very high temperatures. Possibly the Spanish spring would be similar to Irish.
Spanish spring.
Spanish spring would be similar to Irish summer.
And which are the most important places you would recommend to backpackers to visit in Ireland?
I would definitely fly into Dublin.
Dublin?
I would spend some time there, maybe check into a hostel or some type of location, do some sightseeing around Dublin. Then I would take a train down the coast, down south, and maybe visit Cork or Waterford. And then I would continue travelling around the coast to Kerry, and then up to Galway. And if you have time, you could come back to Dublin, or if you have a lot of time, I would definitely recommend heading up north to Donegal, up along the coast there. And if you can, do a complete trip around the coast of Ireland. It's quite spectacular.
So the views are really breathtaking, you know?
Yeah, especially on the western coast. We have a very famous place called the Cliffs of Moher, which are the highest cliffs in Europe. So a great tourist destination. But there's lots of castles to explore, lots of places connected with nature. So I don't think you will have a lack of interesting places. You might have to come back again.
And do you think that Spanish teenagers would have plenty of opportunities to practice their English in Ireland? Yes,
I definitely think if they go with an open mind. Not a lot of people speak Spanish or don't have a high level. They might have a few words, but I think the students would definitely have to communicate.
You think that people in Ireland are very, very friendly and very, they like to, helpful.
Yeah, I think if you go with an open mind and you're genuine and you respect them and their land. I think if you require help or if you want some suggestions, they're more than happy to help you or provide you with information or even show you the important places. So I think the Irish people like to welcome visitors.
Nice. And now, could you tell us something about any travel experience you had on a budget? Do you have any?
Yes, a few years ago, my friends and we travelled over to the coast and we did a cycling trip. So
the coast of Ireland?
Yeah, we spent a few days. So we travelled over by train with our bikes, and then we had a location, a hostel. We stayed there, and then each day we cycled a distance. We checked into a new hostel, and then had something to eat in the area, and rested. And the next day we packed our bags again, and then travelled to another location. So we did this for a few days to experience the western coast of Ireland. So I would definitely recommend.
You would definitely. Do you have any other experience abroad, like this type of experiences? But
no.
But taking planes, not maybe by bike, but maybe.
I would like. I'm trying to plan at the moment a trip to the Santiago de Compostela. I'm interested. I have some friends that have walked it, have cycled it. So it's an area I'd like to visit, and I also am quite interested in visiting the parts of Spain, and maybe the Picos de Europa. So
That's nice.
some interesting places. So I'm still investigating.
You're still investigating. Okay, thank you very much, Ciaran. We've come to an end to our interview.
Thank you very much,
so
Jordy.
thank you very much for your sharing with us your experiences and your knowledge about traveling.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye now.
Bye.